Apply the Vicepper model to XF4. Which of the following molecular shapes is consistent with the model? Nice work. You chose square planar, and it is correct. For which of the following molecules would the Vicepper model predict a trigonal pyramidal structure? Perfect. In the end is the correct choice. The molecular shape of ZF3 molecule is shown below. The hybrid orbitals in ZF3 is smart pick. 7 is the correct choice. Which of the following is the correct Lewis structure for the compound Pi-3? Well picked. Structure is the correct answer. What is the hybridization of the carbon atom indicated by the arrow? Smart move. sp2 hybridization is an accurate answer. Which molecule will undergo the following hybridization? Exactly. CH4 makes sense, and it is right choice. What molecular shape is the structure shown here? Excellent. Trigonal planar is a brilliant choice. What is the hybridization of central ion in plus? Well done. Sp is the right choice. What is the molecular geometry of the central oxygen? Sharp thinking. Bent is the right choice. Which orbitals are responsible for forming pi bonds? You chose P, and it is correct. Which molecule would have this molecular geometry? Right choice. Ill is the best answer. Nitrogen atom undergo. Right again, sp3 hybridization is a valid answer. Who could this be? Solid response. NAR is a valid choice. What type of bond is formed by the overlap of atomic orbitals perpendicular to the internuclear axis? Excellent choice. P-bond is the right answer. In the complex 3, the metal Phi makes available dash number of empty orbitals for bonding. Valid point 6 is true. Which type of hybridization is found in molecules with a trigonal bipyramidal molecular geometry? On track. 7 is the correct answer. How many sp3d2 orbitals can be produced from hybridization, and what is the electron geometry? Great job! 6 orbitals, octahedral, is the accurate answer. What is the hybridization of an atom in a molecule with 3 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair? Good thinking. Registration is the right answer. Under the influence of a strong ligand, the electrons are forced to pair up against dash. Good job. Your answer dog's rule works well here. Choose the central atom in the molecule below, which does not undergo sp3 hybridization. You got it? Your choice CLIF3 is right. Which of the following shapes has an unshared pairs of electrons on the central atom? Bravo, bent is the answer. Draw the Lewis dot structure for I-2 and determine its predicted molecular geometry. Well reasoned. Linear is the correct choice. 131 4s and 2 4p orbitals hybridize to form 4 dash a hybrid orbitals. Correct. D-spu is the right answer. What type of bond is formed by the end-to-end overlap of atomic orbitals? Nice selection. Sigma bond is the correct and valid answer. Choose the following compounds that has the largest number of pi bonds. Clear logic.
Your choice seek is sound and 100% true.
Describe the overlap of atomic orbitals in molecular orbital theory. Nicely done. Formation of molecular orbitals is a solid answer. In the compound's throw, what is the expected hybridization on O? You're right. Registration is the correct answer. The sigma bonds formed in Ceph6 is overlapping orbitals between. Correct response. sp3d2 and p orbitals is the most accurate answer. The atoms in a molecule of water adopt what kind of geometry? Great thinking. Bent is the right choice. How do atomic orbitals overlap in molecular orbital theory? Strong choice. Constructive and destructive interference is the right answer. What is the hybridization of centraline in 3+? Good thinking. 6th is the right answer. How many pi bonds are there in the molecule of Ch3Cu2? Bravo. 1 is the answer. If electrons are shared unequally, then the bond is dash. You got it? Your choice polar covalent is right. In complex sound, ligands form dash bond with the metal. Perfect. Coordinate is the correct choice. Energy released during bond formation is called. Good job. Your answer bond enthalpy works well here. How many electrons are shared in a triple bond? Valid point 6 is true. Which of the following molecules is non-polar? Strong choice. Goods is the right answer. How many pi bonds are there in a triple bond? You're right. 2 is the correct answer. Heitler and London introduced which theory? Well done. Valence Bond Theory is the right choice. What is the Vissepra theory used to predict? Sharp thinking. Molecular shape is the right choice. How many are shared in a double bond? On track. 4 is the correct answer. Octahedral has coordination number. Solid response. 6 is a valid choice. Which one is more polar, NH3 or NF3? Nicely done. Now is a solid answer. The UPAC name of 3+ is? You chose hexaminicobalts fluoride, and it is correct. What is the unit of dipole moment? Nice selection. Debye is the correct and valid answer. Formula of dipole moment is? Excellent choice. QXD is the right answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Nice work. You chose contact Narayan Chengder, and it is correct.